Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday to everybody. My name is Tony Butler. I'm one of the life sales directors here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. And today's webinar is going to be introduction to American National and the advantages of accelerated benefit. On the call with me is Mike Carsello, and he's going to be discussing American National Insurance Company um, as far as living benefit riders, underwriting programs, and the expert office platform. Before we get to that, there's a few items would like to discuss with everyone in regards to insurance agency marketing services. So for new producers, we do have what we call our new producer builders. And what that does is that provides incentives on the business that you do submit. We have 5 different levels. We have the 100,000, 250, 500,000, 750, and $1 million level. That is for premium that's brought in. And with that, you get certain benefits or certain perks, if you will, anything from 1,500 piece mailer to a 3,000 piece mailer. We do have some lead programs that are available as well as trips. So if you have any questions in regards to our new producers builders, please don't hesitate to give us a call. One of our sales directors would be more than happy to answer those questions for you. Next, we also have the IAMS Business Builders, and what that is that it is a referral program for you, the agent. Any agent that you do refer to Insurance Agency Marketing Services, and they do get appointed with one of the carriers that we work with, um, we do provide you with a $50 referral bonus. Any subsequent business that they submit, there's bonuses available for you on that as well. If it's life business, life target. You can get additional business here, as you see, as well as annuity agents. We do have marketing reimbursement dollars for you as well, to where you can put back into your business. So if you have any questions in regards to our business builders, please give us a call. And again, any of our sales directors would be able to answer your questions. We also provide you back office support here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. What we like to say is we like to help you work smarter, not harder. So we do have paperless contracting available for you, case design assistance. We can run life and annuity quotes for you. So just know that IAMS is here for you all the way from submissions to commissions. And in that vein of submissions, we do have a couple of platforms where you can submit applications electronically. Under current pandemic situation that we do have in our country, it's been kind of difficult for, well, not kind, it has been difficult for agents to get in front of clients. One of the ways to submit applications is through electronic platforms. The first platform that we'll talk about here is Firelight. As you see on the left, these are the carriers that are available on the Firelight platform. On the right are the carriers that are going to be coming soon. You can get registered on the Firelight platform through the IAMS website. If you have questions on how to get registered or how to navigate through that platform, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. We also have a creative marketing department, and they're there to help you, whether it be turnkey, agency, or digital solutions. What that means is that team can assist you with professionally written handouts or flyers, logo designs, stationary advertising. And if you're looking to get into the digital marketing space, they can help you with digital marketing strategies, social media consulting, even help with personal website design. So if you have questions or any of this does interest you, give Jacob and his team a call. They'd be more than happy to provide you with additional details on what they can provide. We also have a 24/7 website. I mentioned the website earlier in regards to the Firelight platform. Our website is also available for iGo eApp. applications if you're a life agent. Our website does provide other tools available for you, such as a term quoter. You can use the website to run term quotes, guaranteed universal life quotes. You can access forms online, as well as get current annuity and life news. Our annuity grid and our long-term care product grids available on the website as well. Again, if you need assistance on navigating through the website, or you have questions about the website, feel free to give us a call. We also have a retirement analyzer that's available for agents. We do provide a 30-day free trial basis. After that, it is free for you if you qualify for that, and that's based on production. But that retirement analyzer does is it helps you answer questions for your client, such as, can I continue my present standard of living into my retirement years? How would it affect my family if I were to die prematurely? What are the possible solutions if my situation changes? If you have questions about the retirement analyzer, or you would like to test that out, give us a call. Be more than happy to help you with that. We also have an IAMS wealth management team, and the wealth management team is there for you, the agent, for your higher net worth clients. It can or they can assist you in increasing your revenue, improve client retention, strengthen client relationships. If you have any questions on what the wealth management team can do for you, you can reach out to Charles, Mike, Sarah, or Joan. They'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Now, if you're familiar with IAMS, you know that we try to do 2 or 3 life and annuity academies in a year. It's a 2-day training that we do pay for. We pay for your travel. What the Life and Annuity Academy is not only training, but it's also ways for agents to get together where we talk about sales ideas and strategies. A lot of times we will partner with our top carriers and discuss their products as well as trends. We talk about large case marketing. Right now for 2020, as you can well imagine, everything's been put on hold on that. However, we are hopeful that 2021 we're able to do that. I do believe have a polling question in regards to the Life and Annuity Academy that I'm going to pull up here. So if you're interested in getting additional information, I'll be more than happy to get that out to you. I'll leave this up for a few seconds. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that down. So with that, Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. I'm going to switch this over to you.
Okay.
And let you take over.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Can you see my screen okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you for that introduction, Tony, and thank you for everyone for jumping on here this morning. I really do appreciate it. My name is Mike Carsello, and I'm with American National, and I want to give you a quick overview of some of our exciting things we have going on the live side, such as we'll go over some products, our online submission system for life applications, and more importantly, I wanted to discuss living benefit riders with you guys, just considering the current pandemic environment that we're in. I thought it'd be pretty convenient to discuss living benefits just due to the fact that we're in a pandemic and people are having to are looking for security, and I think living benefit riders could be a good answer to a lot of your clients' problems when it comes to the current COVID crisis. So anyway, just a little intro to American National. We are headquartered in Galveston, Texas. We were founded in 1905 by William Moody. We are a family-owned company, and we have been for our entire history, which is over 100 years. We have an A rating with AM Best, and also for Standard & Poor's. We have held an A rating since 1941, actually. So we have been an A-rated carrier for quite some time. Now, why should you choose American National Life? Well, a couple reasons. We do have some underwriting advantages, which include our express underwriting for under $250,000, and then we have the Express Plus underwriting for over $250,000. Now, what we do with these is we run an MIB and script check in-house, and if those look clear, then we will not order an automatic paramed exam. So it is not a guaranteed, no-issue type program, but we try to get a lot of these life policies through without having to order an exam. We do have accelerated benefit riders, and that's what the bulk of our conversation is going to focus on today for both the chronic, critical, and terminal illnesses. We also have an expert app system along with our smart underwriting program that's built within our expert app. And basically, smart underwriting is during the application submission process, we try to gather as much information as possible when you initially take the application to avoid back and forth between the American National back office and the agent. And also, more importantly, we have a very impressive product lineup. And I will cover our products more in detail here shortly. But just a little bit more about our express underwriting. It's up to $249,999 for issue ages 0 to 65. We will not automatically require an exam to be ordered, as long as the premium or the face amount is under that $249,999 and the client is 65 and younger. We will only offer a standard and substandard underwriting class for under that 250 mark, and we do require the completion of a full application. We do provide underwriting decisions within 72 hours, so we'll run that MIB and script check in-house, and if those look clear, then you're looking at a very quick turnaround time as far as the approval. So there's a good chance that we will not order a medical exam. I believe currently right now we're looking at around 40 to 50% of these going through without having to request a medical exam. Now, for the our Express Plus program for over 250, this does require it to be submitted through our electronic application system for them to qualify for Express Plus. And basically, what this means is over 250. So if you have a bigger case that's over 250,000. For ages 18 to 50 up to 1 million, we will run an MIB and script check in-house, and if there are no red flags with that, we will not order an exam for these higher face amounts. Ages 51 to 60, it's 250,000 up to 500,000. And again, with this higher band for ages 51 to 60, we will not require an automatic exam. And also with this over 250 mark, this is where you could get these higher rate classes that are over a standard, such as the Preferred Plus and the Preferred classes, and also the Standard Plus. But you could also be a standard or a substandard over 250 as well. It's just over that 250 threshold is when we will start offering the higher rate classes. Similar to the express underwriting, it does require a completion of the full application, and also the exam. If we do require an exam, it is based on the MIB and script check. Also, with our product lineup, we pretty much have all the products that you can think of. We have our American National Signature Term product. We have our Signature Guaranteed UL, which is our flagship product. I mean, we sell more than that than anything. It's you could dial in a guaranteed death benefit anywhere from 95 to 121. The premiums don't change, the face amount doesn't change, and it also has an ROP feature built into the product. So in the 15th, 20th, or 25th year, if the customer wants to do away with the coverage and get the premiums paid into the policy return, they could do that. And I believe it's in the 20th year that it's 100% of the premiums paid into the policy that they could receive back. Now, if they do it early in year 15, it would be a prorated amount, depending on what the face amount is of the policy. We also have a very competitive indexed universal life product, and also a whole life product as well. And all of our living benefits, all three of the ABRs for the critical, chronic, and terminal are included in all of these different products as well. And if you have a customer that wants to get a signature term product, they could always convert later on down the road into one of our flagship products, such as the Guaranteed UL or our IUL product. So they're definitely, if they convert, they're getting the good stuff, not the bad. So now we're just going to go ahead and pivot towards the topic of conversation today, which is our critical, chronic, and terminal illnesses. We're just going to kind of discuss how they operate and what they are for. So what exactly are accelerated benefit riders? How do these work? Like, what's the process of actually using an accelerated benefit rider if it's on a policy that your client has? And then we'll go ahead and conclude to cover any kind of questions that you may have. So basically, an accelerated benefit rider, or ABR, it is an upgrade to your current life insurance policy that's kind of built into the life contract. And it's basically what it is. It's just a benefit that is accessible while the insured is still alive. There are a couple types of accelerated benefit riders as far as accelerating the ABR. So we have like a full acceleration, and basically what that means is if you were to actually use one of the ABRs that's on the life insurance policy, it's going to be, if you do a full acceleration, it will terminate the life insurance coverage, but the payout percentage that the client would actually receive from the ABR will be higher compared to a partial acceleration. Now, on the flip side, with the partial acceleration, it serves an extra purpose, which means that you can still keep life insurance coverage in force on your customer while also receiving an accelerated benefit payment. And that percentage could vary depending on the severity of the condition. But the most important thing is the client can still receive an accelerated benefit payment, cover any type of medical expenses or whatever they may need that payment for, and still keep life insurance coverage. There are two payout methods when a customer does receive their ABRs, or if they want to accelerate their ABR, they could either receive it in a lump sum payment, or they could do installment payments with their ABR payment, which you see a lot of people doing, especially if they have recurring medical bills or if they have scheduled payments for medical expenses. They could do installment payments with their ABR payment to pay for those. And as I mentioned earlier, all of our products, our signature term, our signature guaranteed UL, our indexed UL, and our signature whole life products all have our accelerated benefit riders, which is for the terminal, chronic, and critical illnesses. And this is just a few specs on our ABRs. If you have a face amount under 50,000, you're only going to have our terminal illness rider added to the policy. You need at least 50,000 for to have all three for the critical, chronic, and terminal illnesses. We do go pretty high with these ABRs as far as face amount. We will go up to 2 million for ages 0 to 65, and we will go up to 1 million for those older clients over that 65 mark. And this is included on all of our policies for absolutely no cost. I mean, these are free accelerated benefit riders that are just automatically added to the policy. Unless if your client is severely rated, then like I think it's beyond like below a table 3 that they won't qualify for all of the accelerated benefit riders. But if they are a healthier individual, then they will have all three of them for no additional cost whatsoever. And also, I think it's important to mention, I thought of this sales idea with these accelerated benefit riders. And if you have a customer who is looking for, maybe they want temporary coverage, but they also want to have an accelerated benefit riders, they could always do 2 term policies. They could have like our annual renewable term policy. Say they just need that specific coverage for 10 years. Well, they could definitely do an ART, and also have another policy for just say term insurance. That's another term policy, but they want to have that just for extra security for the accelerated benefit rider. So they could definitely do different little strategies like that as far as having one policy that'll fall off over time, and then you could also have another policy that's maybe a 20-year term, and it's at least 50,000, so they could have access to those ABRs in case the unfortunate happens, or if they need access to cash. Just a quick little description on each of the ABRs. Terminal illness is if death is expected within 24 months. For the critical illness, we have 16 different illnesses that will trigger critical illness. And those are also listed in our underwriting guide and on our website. And I'll have Tony, I'll see if Tony can send those out to everybody. And then we have the chronic illness, and that's if the client is unable to perform 2 out of the 6 activities of daily living or experiences severe cognitive impairment. As I mentioned, these ABRs are completely free. American National policies and living benefits, the living benefits are completely free with an American National policy. Now, we're going to kind of shift gears on how these payouts are actually calculated. We do take in part admin fee and an actuarial discount, which is taken out of the offered benefit amount. And we're going to go in more detail on actually how we calculate these. So if you have like, let's say you have an eligible death benefit, and the client wants to accelerate their living benefit rider, we will take the eligible death benefit, we subtract the actuarial discount, the administration fee, which will not exceed $500, subtract any type of outstanding policy debt. So if the client has taken loans or withdrawals from their policy, it will affect what that accelerated benefit payment actually is. And that will equal what your accelerated benefit amount is. So the accelerated benefit rider, it's all based on life expectancy at the time the customer chooses to utilize it. Life expectancy is what is going to predicate what that payout amount is. I think it's very important to realize or understand that our living benefit riders, we do not underwrite them at the time of policy issue. We underwrite them at the time they are being accelerated, which is very important. So the client's going to have access to these living benefit riders for absolutely free when they buy an American National policy, but we're not actually going to underwrite it until they choose to use it, or they may not even use it at all, but if they do use it, then that's when we actually underwrite the living benefit. So a shorter life expectancy equals a smaller actuarial discount, which will, in effect, provide a larger end payment. Now, the discount factors, or the actuarial discount, computed does make the accelerated benefit amount equivalent to present value of eligible death benefit less the present value of future premiums required to keep the policy in force. So basically what that means is if the client has a shorter life expectancy, the less premiums to keep that policy, so the higher the benefit amount will be. If the customer has a longer life expectancy, then that benefit amount will be less. So a few discount factors you can see here on the right. Accelerated benefit interest rate, severity of qualifying medical conditions. The severity is very important here with our accelerated benefit riders because, I mean, it's based on, because these will need to be medically underwritten before the benefit is actually paid, because they have to determine what the life expectancy is on these living benefit riders. Future premiums also play a role in determining what the actuarial discount is. Any future dividends, such as if you have a whole life policy, cash value associated with the eligible death benefit, and the type of insurance accelerated, such as be a term or a guaranteed policy. So as I mentioned earlier, 24-month life expectancy. So let's say they qualify for the terminal illness rider. That will provide a higher payout percentage compared to the 10-year life expectancy, just due to the fact that it'll take less premiums for the policy in the long term for the 24-month life expectancy than it would the 10-year life expectancy. So to actually accelerate the benefit rider, it's a very easy process. The policy insured would have to trigger one of the ABRs for the critical, terminal, or chronic. Then the insured applies for if they would like the full or partial acceleration of the death benefit. And once they do that, American National would determine the eligible benefit amount, and then from there we send the insured a check. So it's pretty simple. The things required to do this is, of course, the American National claim form, the percentage of the policy that the insured plans to accelerate, of course, medical records and a doctor's statement, because it has to be underwritten when they choose to accelerate these policies for us to determine the life expectancy. So determining the benefit eligibility, a physician on the American National staff will review the application and the severity of the illness to determine the future life expectancy, and then our actuarial department will calculate the accelerated benefit offer amount. Now, the benefit offer amount that we offer to the customer, it is tied to the face amount of the policy. So the size of the face amount will determine what that actual payment will be. And also the cash value at the time is when the claim is made will also play a role. So if you have an IUL policy that has a substantial cash value built into that policy, it will determine what that payout will be. And also the reduction in future life expectancy as a result of the illness. So, as we mentioned in the previous slides, life expectancy plays a critical role in determining what that actual ABR payment will be. The benefit offer is not tied to any kind of medical bills that the client has incurred, disability, or the ability to go to work or do a job. So, as I mentioned, life expectancy determines what these ABR payments are. We did mention that they are included with all of the American National products that we do offer, and they are absolutely free. There are a lot of life policies out there that your customers may have, or potential clients may have, that don't even have accelerated benefit riders. And I mean, I think it's very important when you speak with your client to actually bring up the idea of upgrading their current employer's life insurance plan, or getting a separate plan that actually has living benefit riders included, because it can make a huge difference for your customer. And also, considering the fact we're in the middle of a pandemic, they're more important than ever. So, kind of going back to the severity of the ABRs and the payouts, here are two examples where you can see if you have a 50-year-old who has a minor heart attack, but he's able to go straight back to work in 3 months, and his life expectancy does not change, you're going to see little to no offer with the accelerated benefit rider. But if you have the same customer who has a severe heart attack and his life expectancy is drastically reduced, you're going to see a substantial offer with the living benefit rider. Also, when we send a check to the customer, there are no restrictions on how the payment is used, and also the check is made out to the policy owner, so it can be used for any purpose. Also, all of our life policies can be submitted through our expert office system. We're also very close to implementing a single sign-on system with the IAMS website. So when you click on the American National logo, it'll send you straight to our expert office portal, so you can do an electronic application. We also, I mentioned earlier, we utilize a smart underwriting system with our expert office. So we really try to obtain all of the critical information up front when you're initially taking that application, so we can make it as easy as possible on the agent. Especially in this pandemic world, everything is going more electronic, and it's harder to be face-to-face with customers. Our expert office platform is an excellent tool to continue doing business while still social distancing. So, also, we do have a promotion for our expert office, and basically you submit your first policy with us through our expert office platform, you'll get a $100 bonus, and then after that we will pay you $25 per policy that's submitted through our portal. So with that being said, I'll open it up for questions, and Tony, do you have anything to add?
Oh, I had to take you off of mute. No, what I was going to do was open this up for questions here.
Okay.
Let me get this switched over here. Just a second. All right, so all right. Okay, got to switch back over. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So I'm going to open up for questions if anybody has any questions, and here we go. All right, first question for you, Mike, is this: how flexible is underwriting for things like diabetes?
Oh, that's kind of a broad question, because I see a lot of diabetics who get policies with American National and some that don't. So it's going to kind of depend on the particular situation with that customer. So I would need more information for the customer that you are looking at, and then I could run it by an underwriter to
Would it be safe to assume, because this is a question that we tend to get across the board in regards to life insurance, is it's going to be dependent on if it's type 1, type 2, when diagnosed, is it under control, medications that they're taking, as well as their A1C? Would that be pretty much a safe assumption as far as where we would go, whether it be an
correct.
approval or not?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Those are all very critical questions, and doing like a review on a potential customer. From my experience, we're good with diabetics. I mean, I see a lot of them come through, no problem. But like you said, all those questions are very important. Especially if you provide that to me and I go to an underwriter to see what they say. So they do base their decisions on those questions.
Okay. I got a follow-up question from the same person. Looks like may want to address this offline because it sounds like they have someone in mind. But basically, they're saying under control with diet and they're taking metformin. So I can address that particular question after the call.
Okay, no problem.
So for that question, I'll reach out to ask that question and get you more details.
Perfect.
All right. Any other questions? Well, but do have a couple of polling questions in regards to American National. And one of those polling questions is if you'd like more information on today's topic. I do have a polling question I pulled up here. Please respond and I'll make sure to get additional information out to you. So I'm gonna leave this up for a little bit. Okay, looks like we still have a few people responded. So I'll leave this up a little longer. Okay, close that down. And then if you're not appointed with American National and you'd like to get appointed with them, I'm launching a polling question here. Please respond, make sure to get you the contracting paperwork. And while that polling question is up, is there anything that, Mike, that you'd like to elaborate? Because the hot topic or the question of the year is COVID and how that's impacting business. How would you say it's impacting American National in terms of underwriting as far as processing time or getting apps approved?
Yeah, so I mean, we've adjusted our underwriting guidelines slightly during the pandemic, but as far as getting cases approved and having everything functioning seamlessly, we haven't really missed a beat. In fact, our life sales have actually been doing what better this year during the pandemic, believe it or not, and a lot of that is due to just our expert office platform, where a lot of agents don't have to meet with customers face to face, and they can still write life insurance applications through that platform. And the living benefit riders are critical. It definitely give the client more peace of mind knowing that they're on there and they're absolutely free in case something were to happen and they ended up in the hospital and incurred a bunch of medical bills. Having living benefit riders on their policy can definitely help them out. So it's been a good year for us. I mean, just because we're in the technology age, and just having access to the online systems that we have. I mean, we've adapted pretty well, but also we're used to dealing with natural disasters, being headquartered in Galveston. I mean, we have like a hurricane, it seems like every month now, and we still we have a lot of contingency plans to keep the train moving. So it's been everything's been functioning smoothly with us, and there hasn't been a lag in underwriting or anything of that nature, as far as I could see.
Okay. I do have another question for you. Someone wants to know ABR benefits are taxable, correct? So I guess they're asking, are they taxable?
I believe they are. But I will double check just to be 100%.
Okay, and if you can get that out to me, I'll make sure that I get that out to them.
Let me write that. Take a note of
that. I'm not sure if you know the answer to this question. Can you provide an example of a claim that you had paid on an ABR already?
I mean, gosh, there's so many of those examples. I'm just trying to pick one. The ones that I really I don't personally. I don't medically underwrite the claims for the ABRs, but I do know, especially if you have someone that gets cancer and their life expectancy decreases to within 24 months. I mean, I've seen up to 90% of the death benefit be paid out on an ABR.
Okay.
So the terminal illnesses are substantially higher compared to like some of the chronic. If someone has a heart attack and it reduces their life expectancy, I mean, I've seen like 60 to 70% of that death benefit be paid out.
Okay, and that's always on lump sum?
It's a lump sum, or it could be done in installments.
Okay.
Either way. Some people like the installments because they set up a payment plan after they leave the hospital, and if they do installments, then they could just pay those medical bills as their installment comes in from American National, or they could just take it all at once and use it, for however they choose.
Okay.
But we write that check out to the customer. So, I mean, it's their money. They could do whatever they want with it. They could take it in a lump sum, or we could just pay it out over time.
All right. Well, it looks like that's all the questions that we had. Quite a few people wanted additional information sent out, so I'll make sure that I get that information sent out. If you have any additional questions after the webinar, please feel free to either reach out to myself, as you see here. My email address is tony@iamsinc.com, or you can reach out to Jess Riley, who is the other life sales director, and his email is jess@iamsinc.com. Or you can give us a call at 800-255-5055 and ask to speak either Jess or myself or someone on the life team. With that, Mike, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to participate in today's webinar. A lot of great information. Definitely appreciate all that you and American National does for IAMS, and we appreciate the partnership.
Absolutely. We appreciate the partnership as well, and really appreciate the opportunity for me to talk about ABRs this morning. I really appreciate it.
And for all the agents that attended, I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your busy day, especially at the start of the week, to listen to the webinar. Hope you garnered a lot of information that you can use for your business and help grow your business. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call here at 800-255-5055. Thanks again, everybody, and have a great week.
Thank you.